I still see you dancing out there. Kol haneshama tehalel ya hallelujah. Oh, kol haneshama tehalel ya hallelujah.
Hello and welcome to eFestival. My name is Helena Bonder and I have the honor of serving as the chair of this eFestival. I'm so happy to join you and all 1,500 people from across North America and from all over the world. It's nice to be here with all of you and I'm excited to commence this eFestival together. For those of you joining for the first time, welcome and get ready for a fun ride. For those of you returning, welcome back. Whether it's your first Limmud or your 50th Limmud, we're so glad that you're here. While I remain hopeful that you and I can meet in person very soon and that our current reality is just temporary, I admire the malleability of this organization that has adapted to the situation, embraced challenges, and brought a Jewish festival to life by going online. It is in instances like this that we witness the strongest examples of our tradition, as it teaches us in the Talmud Bavli and Ta'anit 20a, one should always be as flexible as a reed and not as unyielding as a cedar. I am grateful that the eFestival continues in the Limmud spirit of bringing people together, enriching lives with Jewish ideas, and most importantly, building a platform from Jewish life to thrive. Our extraordinary lineup brings changemakers, teachers, thinkers, and Jewish leaders directly to your screen. Today's eFestival highlights Mayim Bialik, Sarah Hurwitz, Superman writer Brian Bendis, Watergate prosecutor Jill Wine-Banks, and Arizona State Representative Alma Hernandez. It will feature teachers from Wexner, the Pardes Institute of Jewish Studies, Shalom Hartman Institute, and many more from across North America and from all over the world. You will leave inspired, energized, and filled with new ideas. We want to empower you in getting the most out of your experience. Take notes, ask questions, put aside work or any other distractions, and bring your full attention to the session you attend. We are thrilled that you decided to embark on this journey with us, and we know that you won't regret it. You might think that there is an army of people working behind the scenes. Really, this is the result of the hard work of a small group of people. Most notably, I want to thank our executive director and his team, David Singer, without whom this dream wouldn't have come to fruition. We also want to thank all of the volunteers who committed countless hours leading up to and during the eFestival. A huge round of applause for all these hardworking folks. Should you have any questions during this program, please pop over to the virtual help desk and somebody will be there to assist you. We couldn't have done it without all of you, the volunteers, the staff, the board, the presenters, and you, the participant. You're the reason why this exists. Thank you for making this inspirational, innovative, and groundbreaking Limmud eFestival possible. Once you've attended a Limmud program, you're officially dubbed a Limmudnik. So I'm pleased to welcome you, all of the Limmudniks, in joining us. And now to the person who made all of this possible, David Singer, Executive Director of Limmud North America.
Thank you, Helena. Wow. It is incredible to be kicking off today's festival with such an exciting general session. We are joined by more than 1,500 people right now, logging in through Zoom, YouTube Live, and Facebook from nearly every state in the Union, from Canada, and from dozens of countries on every continent except for Antarctica. Welcome, everyone. Limmud North America is dedicated to elevating Jewish ideas by bringing people together across diversity to learn from and with each other. And while the current crisis physically separates us, together we continue to demonstrate the great potential that we have to convene, to engage in conversation, and through that learning, to grow individually and collectively. That's why during your sessions throughout the rest of the day, you'll be encouraged to start your video, with your video camera on and keep it on. We want you to be seen. We want you to ask questions, challenge each other, listen to each other. Limmud is not a frontal experience. It is participatory, it is dynamic. As you navigate between sessions, I encourage you to try something new, learn about a topic that's unfamiliar, grapple with big ideas. Today's festival would not be what it is without the support of our organizational partners who have given of their faculty, helped to ideate and share this program with their communities. The breadth and depth of their collaboration demonstrates without question the capacity of our Jewish community to work together, especially at a moment like this. I want to thank each of them: Pardes, Shalom Hartman Institute, Hillel International, Hadar, the Jewish Book Council, Masa, American Jewish University, Limmud UK, Limmud FSU, Jewish Live, the Institute for Jewish Spirituality, the National Council of Jewish Women, and the Great Big Jewish Food Fest, in addition to local federations and JCCs across the continent. We are immensely grateful for your partnership and support. So let's get this festival started. It is my pleasure, my absolute excitement to introduce to you our host for the next hour, Mayim Bialik. Best known for her role in Blossom in the early 90s and more recently in Big Bang Theory, Mayim is an actor, a neuroscientist, an author, and a Jewish role model. We are incredibly excited to have her learning with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayim Bialik.
Thank you, David. Let's see. I hope that people can hear me. Good morning, and thank you, David, for that beautiful introduction. Welcome, everybody. I'm very excited to be here. It's early where I am, which is why my hair may not be perfect, but I assume you will all accept me as I am. It's really, really nice to be here. Thank you all for joining. I'm going to go ahead and start this by apologizing for any human things that might happen. I've got cats, I have children, I've tried to control everything I can, but I apologize in advance if this feels a lot more real than it should. We have an incredible program ahead. We have over 50 presenters who are leading change makers, performers, and educators in a celebration of Jewish ideas. Some of my most favorite people are actually presenting today: Esther Kostanowitz and Brian Bendis, Shep Rosenman, who is really how I got connected with, and Howard Rosenman as well. And I've also been really enjoying the slideshow. I've seen Avram Mandel, and I work with him and I'm friends with him through Tzedek America, and Rabbi Adam Greenwald, who I went to college with. So I saw Yafa's picture. A lot of my favorite people are here today, and I'm very, very, very excited to be here. Obviously, these are unprecedented times, in particular for the Jewish community. You know, we're a community that is so deeply connected through our ability to be together. And this has been a tremendous challenge, and I really commend Limmud for finding a way for us to connect like this. I'm grateful for technology, and I'm grateful for everyone who's put this together, and I'm very excited to be here. So to get you ready for the program ahead, we're going to kick off eFestival with the celebration. It's going to be a mix of comedy and music and inspiration. We're going to be joined by Sarah Hurwitz, who served as head speechwriter for Michelle Obama, as well as comedian Benji Lovitt. But first, let's get in the eFestival mood with a performance by two very talented musicians, Deborah Sachs Mintz and Rabbi Josh Warshawsky.
Morning, everybody. Hum with us. Hum, 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 just like that. Hum, 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 That's the whole first part. Try it out. Hum. just like that. Hameira, 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 Hameira. This part's call and response. It goes Viladarim Aleha, 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 Virachamim Uftuva Nechadeshet Bechol Yom Tamid Uftuva Nechadeshet Maaseh Bereshit. Hum now, hum now, hum now, now hum, hum, wake it up this morning. Hum, 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 hum. You got it, humming up. Hum, hum, one last time, bring your voices out. Hum, 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 hum.
Thank you, Josh and Deborah. Wow, very, very moving. I think everyone probably agrees. I had forgotten how much music is an enormous component of my Jewish connection. And thank you for reminding me and all of us. So Josh and Deborah, that was beautiful. And we will see you at the end of this hour. And it is now my honor to introduce Sarah Hurwitz. From 2009 to 2017, this is such an unbelievable thing to read. Sarah Hurwitz served as a White House speechwriter, first as a senior speechwriter for President Barack Obama, and then as the head speechwriter for First Lady Michelle Obama. Prior to serving in the Obama administration, Sarah was chief speechwriter, makes me emotional, for Hillary Clinton on her 2008 presidential campaign. Sarah Hurwitz.
Okay, Mayim, it is such an honor to be introduced by you. I promised I wouldn't be weird or a fangirl, but I'm like a weird fangirl. I am awed by your brilliance and your talents, and I am so inspired by your passionate commitment to Judaism. So seriously, thank you so much. So as Mayim said, I've spent most of my career as a political speechwriter. And when I left the White House in 2017, I decided to write a book about Judaism. And I honestly don't think anyone was more surprised by this than I was. Growing up for me, Judaism was too dull, incomprehensible, high holy day services, and a boring Seder. And by the time I became a bat mitzvah, I was pretty much out. I was vaguely proud to be Jewish, even if I couldn't articulate why. But if I wanted anything deep, if I wanted meaning or purpose or spiritual connection, I figured I'd just have to look elsewhere. I considered myself a cultural Jew, Jew by heritage. But back then, if you had asked me, what does Judaism say about how to be a good person? I would have said social justice, tikkun olam, which is lovely and true, but that's what every religion says and every decent secular person. It's not really unique to Judaism. If you had asked me, what does Judaism say about God? I would have said, male gendered being in the sky who controls things and rewards and punishes people. and I don't buy that, so I'm an atheist, maybe agnostic, I don't know. If you would have asked me, what does Judaism say about what happens after you die? I would have said, okay, there's no heaven. No, there's no hell. I don't know. And I don't think I'm unusual. In fact, I actually think many American Jews would maybe give similar answers. And that's a bit disconcerting because these are three of the most important questions that anyone can ask about their life. And I couldn't even begin to articulate what Judaism might have to say about them. But then about 6 years ago, at the age of 36, I broke up with a guy I was dating. I had a lot of time on my hands that I was desperate to fill. And I heard about an Intro to Judaism class at the local JCC. I signed up on a whim, figuring I could learn about my heritage. And I wasn't expecting much. But I was blown away by what I discovered. It's 4,000 years of profound wisdom about what it means to be human, which inspired me to start learning, to take more classes, to read hundreds of books, to start attending week-long silent Jewish meditation retreats. These are actually a thing. Jews are silent for an entire week. It is miraculous. And I discovered that when it comes to being a good person, Judaism offers more than platitudes about social justice. It actually offers thousands of pages of nitty-gritty advice about how exactly to speak kindly and truthfully, how precisely to help those who are struggling, how much to give, how to give in a way that doesn't humiliate them, how to be a loving member of a family and a community, and so much more. Turns out that the Jewish God actually is not a judgy man in the sky, that actually we as Jews have this profound theological humility. We know we're talking about something far bigger than our tiny little human minds can fully articulate, and we refuse to reduce the divine to a simple dogma or creed or definition. To do so would be a kind of idolatry. Instead, we have centuries of people sharing a variety of conceptions about the divine based on their own experiences and their own understanding of Jewish tradition. We have mystics who say that God is everything. You're all God, I'm God. The idea that there's any separation between us is an illusion. We have Martin Buber, who says that God is what arises between two people in deep moments of human relation, fully vulnerable to each other. What arises between them is God. We have Mordecai Kaplan, who says that God is the process by which we each become our highest and truest selves, and so many others. All of this was so much deeper than what the secular world had to offer me. You know, the ethic of the modern secular world pretty much boils down to you do you as long as you're not hurting other people too much. And so often, in the face of our deepest life struggles and transitions, what the secular world offers are market-based solutions. Are you having a baby? Did you just lose someone you love very much? Are you in some kind of crisis? Buy a really expensive stroller. Spring for that really nice casket. Treat yourself to a spa day or a shopping spree. But in those moments, what we really need is not another product or service. We need wisdom and the support of a loving community and time-tested rituals to guide us through whatever we're dealing with. Judaism offers all of this, but if, like me, your only point of contact with it are a few holidays each year, you would never know it. And in my journey, I've realized that there is so much more than this yearly kind of Judaism. There's an hourly kind of Judaism, a Judaism that informs how we treat others and how we cope with life's challenges and how we connect to something greater, however we define that, and how we live in a way that is worthy of the one precious life that we've been given. And that's why, after I left the White House, I decided to write a book about Judaism, about what I discovered on my own Jewish learning journey. It's called Here All Along, and it shares what I found to be the most moving and surprising and countercultural and radical and life-transforming insights that Judaism has to offer. And that is why I'm so excited to be part of Limmud, because this is basically a celebration of hourly Judaism, of the ideas and skills and stories and insights that we can carry with us at every moment of our lives. So I hope you all enjoy this day, and thank you so much for letting me be part of it.
Thank you so much, Sarah. That was really, really beautiful. I actually didn't know some of those things about you, and that is very, very exciting and really beautiful. I want to go on a week-long silent meditation with you, but I also want to speak to you. I have a lot of questions. Anyway, on that note, let us introduce Benji. Since making Aliyah in 2006, Benji Lovitt has performed for audiences around the world. During 2014's Operation Protective Edge, his humorous and insightful observations on the war led to his being dubbed in Israel, quote, the only reason to go on Facebook. Joining us live from Tel Aviv, please help me welcome Benji.
Thank you, Mayim. Thank you so much. It is wonderful to be here in Tel Aviv. And I got to say, not to repeat Sarah, I'm also going to fangirl or fanboy. No, don't be embarrassed for different reasons. Mayim Bialik. I live in Israel. I wish I had a name as Israeli as yours, Mayim Bialik. That is why I'm excited to announce right here at Limmud that from now on, I'm going by my new Israeli name, Benjamin Ben-Gurion Herzl Levi Eshkol Machane Yehuda Shoku B'Sakit Lovitt. You heard it here first. It is great to be here. As people have already said, there's something so special about the Limmud community. And if you're a Limmudnik, you know, whether you're at Limmud in New York or England or in my living room, it is that same warm community everywhere. And in Tel Aviv, it's very warm. This community is sweltering right here. I know it looks like I'm in my living room. This is a virtual background. I'm at the Kotel as we speak. About 5 minutes ago, I wrote a note wishing I would hear lots of laughs. It's not going to come true. Welcome to online stand-up comedy. I have gotten used to it. It has been 2 months of this, and what can I say? I'm in a good mood, but what can I say? I don't see any smiles except Mayim. I hear no laughs. I'm basically getting zero positive feedback at all, which reminds me of my childhood, strangely enough. Mom, if you're watching, that's a joke. Well, what can you do? It's my first Limmud. I'm excited. It's great speakers. I love the Limmud experience, and I got a good feeling about the whole thing, and I got a good feeling about the next 8 minutes or so. Guys, I had a show last week. As the kids say, it broke the internet. Well, to be more specific, my router stopped working. Same thing really, I think. But we know for thousands of years, the Jewish people have laughed to keep from crying. It's not the easiest time right now, but as long as we can maintain our sense of humor, we're gonna come out of this okay. And hey, jokes and humor are really great at lifting our spirits. If you're looking for a deeper meaning beneath my jokes, I encourage you to go to Rabbi Yafa Epstein's session, Hillel and Shammai, explore slipping on banana peels in exile. That session will be in Aramaic. Can't wait to see you there. So I don't know where people are. I guess most people are in North America. You might be wondering what's it like in Israel. And I can't complain. It's been 2 months that I've been doing okay. But when I first got here, I was in the States. I was doing shows. I landed at Ben Gurion Airport. And they told me when I went through security, the first thing they said is, from now on, you must keep a distance of 2 meters. And all I could think was, oh my God, now I have to learn the metric system. I'm definitely gonna die because I'm American. I don't know, what's a meter? Is that like closer to a quart or 10 pounds? I don't know what that is. And, guys, look, I know it's tough times, but can we stop calling this the new normal? Really, the new normal? I'm watching Seinfeld reruns, eating Ben and Jerry's out of the container. I'm still single. It seems a lot like the old normal. The new normal, not so different from the old normal. But hey, we've had new experiences. Let's look at the positives. And hey, Sarah Hurwitz, this joke is for you. I know Passover Seder, not always so easy. Maybe some of you did the Zoom Seder. I like that. I love the Zoom Seder. You see, the Zoom Seder is for the person who wants to feel Jewish, but likes going to sleep before 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Oh, mom, I want to do the whole Haggadah. I only have the free Zoom account, 40 minutes max, I'm sorry. If you wanted me to get the pro account, yeah, you should have sent me to private school, but we can't all be the wise son. What are you gonna do? But you might have seen the videos of people in Israel going out on the balconies, singing the 4 questions together. Beautiful, beautiful unity, right? Amazing how a pandemic can make behaviors acceptable that would normally seem totally psychotic. I want to try that behavior on a random Tuesday evening in October. Just open the window, stick my head out, start screaming, "Man, Ishtana!" Hey, you shut up. You shut up. But we've had great experiences. I went to my first Zoom birthday party. I wonder if anyone has done that. This was a surprise party. The person that logged in did not even know that we were going to be there. And maybe I should know this by now. I did not even know they had surprise parties in Israel. I did not know that was a thing. But I gotta say, I feel like it's a bad idea to scream at someone from the dark who might have done special forces in Lebanon. I would not want to do that. I watched Fauda. I would not scream at Daron. Wouldn't do it. But as long as we have internet Limmud, we have community, we can come together. I've watched tefillot, prayer services, streaming many times. It's very meaningful. I enjoy seeing some of my good friends who are rabbis. Little tip, if you watch tefillot streaming, don't do it on your TV if your TV is connected to your computer, because the first time it's fine, but after that, it seems like the most boring rerun you could ever watch on Netflix. You're like, I've seen this one. It's the same thing, like, Rabbi, give me a cliffhanger. I want to call my friend and be like, dude, did you see Shachari yesterday? Oh my God. Yeah, they did the Shema after Adon Olam. Who saw that coming? Who saw that coming? Well, one of the special things about every Limmud is the diversity. People, I'm sure, watching this from all over the world. And living in Israel, I appreciate that. You know, when I do shows, I never know who might be in the audience here in Israel. I could have other Americans, Australians, Europeans, South Americans. I did a show back when we could still do shows in person. South American friend of mine comes up to me afterwards and says, Benji, you always talk about how you're American. American this, American that. But that's because you're North American, right? Keep in mind, there's many kinds of Americans. You're North American, I'm South American, he's Central American, Latin American. You guys get what I'm saying? So I said to him, you know what? I will try to be more inclusive. Well, later on, he and I are watching the news, and the Ayatollah of Iran is screaming on the TV, death to America, death to America. I look at my friend like, Victor, can you believe he said that about us? He's like, I'm Colombian. You're on your own, gringo. I'm a gringo American. That is what I learned. But at Limmud, you feel the diverse types of Judaism. Sarah talked about it. Everyone, you know, some people connect through culture, some people through religion. You know, I live in Tel Aviv, and there's every kind of religion, every kind of Judaism here. For example, Yom Kippur, I'm a diaspora Jew in my prayer. I go to synagogue and fast. Many people in Tel Aviv bike and go to the beach. I'm walking to synagogue, I'm passing women in the other direction in their bathing suits. You ever try to repent while you're having sinful thoughts? I'm sitting in shul, Shamnu, Bagadnu, she's really cute, I'm going to hell, die, next year mechitza. That's why I'm saying Limmud. But it's crazy, like, to me, growing up, Judaism was a religion. You know, how weird is it? Did you ever think about, many of us grow up saying prayers in a language we don't even understand? Like, I've been in Israel 13 years. I will never forget the first time I actually understood the prayers I was saying. Shabbat dinner at Israeli friends, totally chiloni, secular. We do the hamotzi, the blessing before the meal. You might have done it many times. No, baruch atah, hamotzi lechem min aretz. And suddenly I'm like, oh my God, my Hebrew kicks in. I'm like, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, to take the bread out of the land. I look at my friend, I said, this is amazing. You guys understand all this? He's like, yeah, but who gives a crap? But fortunately, I've learned some Hebrew when I've been here, and I'm gonna leave you with this. One thing I really miss about this whole experience is speaking Hebrew. I miss it. And if you ever have the chance to go to Ulpan, many of you have done it. Ulpan, we love it. It's Hebrew immersion, right? Even if you don't love Ulpan, I promise you love your teacher, because they speak to us like we're 5 years old. Boker tov yeladim. Good morning, students. Ma shlomchem. How are you? They could say anything and make it sound adorable, even if you have no clue what they're saying. Boker tov. Hayom anachnu osim colonoscopia. Oh yeah, that sounds great. Limmud, learn some Hebrew, explore your Judaism, have fun today. And I don't know if I'll ever say this again. Mayim, take it from here.
Thank you, Benji. I really enjoyed that. Also, had forgotten how much I miss Jewish comedy. And I literally wrote down your Zoom joke, your TV tefillah joke, and next year mechitza. I plan to say that every Passover. Thank you so much, Benji. Wow, I haven't laughed that hard in about 10 weeks. So thank you. I'm really, really, really happy to welcome back Josh and Deborah. I'm having all the emotions now. Now it's time to cry when I hear Deborah's voice. So Josh and Deborah, welcome back.
Mayim, thank you so much. On this day of global Limmud, we remember that singing is truly like learning. That even though, yes, we can sing and learn alone, our sages remind us that when we engage in these sacred acts together, we unite soul to soul. The music that we're offering here this morning, it's meant to be sung in chavruta, in partnership, in community. And despite the distance and the physical boundaries, we can remember that our voices actually can transcend the screens, just as our learning is able to jump off and beyond the boundaries of our pages.
Music and singing guide us and help us to not feel alone. In this time when we reside in our homes, far from our community, it's a comfort to still be able to see each other's faces and sing out. Min hametzar karatiya, we call out from the narrow confines of our residences, Anani bamerchavya, and we pray that our voices are answered by God and by each other in the vastness of space. And can we imagine a vast space vaster than the internet? Singing out gives us strength. Va'ani ashir uzecha, and I will sing your strength, begins the second song. But by the end, we repeat a mantra over and over, Uzi elecha azamera, my strength, I will sing out to you. We hope you'll join us.
Min hametzar karatiya anani v'merchavya min hametzar karatiya anani v'merchavya min hametzar karatiya
Va'ani ashiru zecha va'aranein lavoker chastecha ki hayita miskavli umanos beyom tsarli Va'ani ashiru zecha Va'aranein lavoker chastecha ki hayita miskavli umanos beyom sarli Uzi eilecha azamera azamera Eilecha azamera azamera Uzi Eilecha azamera azamera Uzi Eilecha azamera azamera Vani ashiru zecha Va'aranein lavoker chastecha ki hayita miskavli umanos beyom sarli Vani ashiru zecha Va'aranein lavoker chastecha ki hayita miskavli umanos beyom tsarli Uzi eilecha azamera azamera 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 Uzi eilecha azamera azamera
Oh my goodness. The minute I watched the video, the introductory video, I could not stop smiling. In the last few minutes, I have gone through an incredible emotions, from laughing to crying, to feeling proud, to feeling strong, alive, not alone. Thank you, thank you, thank you for what you have done to bring us into this wonderful afternoon of Limmud.
Thank you of laughters and tears and inspiration, and we haven't even finished the first hour yet. Thank you, Josh, Deborah, Benji, Sarah, and of course, Mayim.
And my name is Zivy Twersky. I am proud to be a Limmudnik. Thank you, Karen Matkowski. And I have the honor of serving as co-chair of the Board of Directors of Limmud North America.
And I'm Faye Rosenberg-Cohn, and I also co-chair our Board of Directors. Thank you for joining us today for today's extraordinary program. And thank you to our wonderful Executive Director, David Singer, for his vision and energy and all his exceptional work.
Limmud is dedicated to a simple premise that we together can build a brighter future for the Jewish people by connecting people all over this continent with profound ideas.
That's why our programs mix Talmud with technology, food with philosophy, civics with celebrities, because we believe that every Jewish idea provides us with a value opportunity to grow, to deepen our commitments, and to thrive.
Our introductory program and the next 4 hours will be an extraordinary expression of our vision, and we want to thank in advance the more than 50 presenters teaching over the course of the next 4 hours.
Just as importantly, we want to thank you. Thank you for learning with us and for coming together during these unusual and unprecedented times.
In the months ahead, Limmud North America will continue to offer opportunities that bring individuals together across diverse backgrounds to learn from and with each other. If you, like me, are moved by our mission, please help us to continue to engage in this holy work.
Limmud North America depends on the generosity of individuals like you to propel our efforts. At the conclusion of today's program, you will receive an email with information about upcoming programs, a feedback survey, and an invitation to support our work and the work of our communities across North America. Please click on that donate button and give generously.
Thank you to all of Limmudniks who are sitting and listening to us.
Thank you for being part of this movement, animating Jewish community across North America and around the globe. Enjoy today's program.
What I wanted to do today.
Here's my premise, my friends. Here's my thought.
No matter where we are, there's people whose voices and stories are being heard.
It is good to be alone physically in this moment for the sake of safety, but it's not good to be spiritually alone.
Screen out the distractions, or is my job actually to take the holistic story of each person into account? Or, by the way, do I need to blow up the whole system?
It is true every year, but it's especially true this year.
Manishtana. I don't know that person. I wasn't there, and I didn't experience any of this. But I tell the story, right, from the perspective of the generation who left Egypt, and I tell the generation that didn't leave Egypt to have that perspective when they get into the land. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. North America.
Thank you so much. That was an amazing video. I always feel like Yafa Epstein is speaking directly to me, and especially I felt it right now. Thank you, everyone. The next block of sessions are going to start at the top of the hour. I need to feed my children very quickly, so we'll all have a couple minutes. Refer to the online schedule for video stream links to access each session. You can also visit the help desk if you have any questions. And on behalf of me and everyone who was part of this opening celebration, thank you all for being here. This is the time for us to show up for our Judaism this way. And I'm so honored and grateful for the opportunity to do that. Thank you, Shep Rosenman, for being my mentor for all these years and connecting me to Limmud and teaching me that the Judaism that I believe in is held by so many others. So thank you, David. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. And I'm gonna get ready for my session. All right, take care and enjoy. Come on down, guys.